And if I were to ask the heart what she feels, what's the heart saying? I feel unloved. I feel not enough. I feel unworthy. What would be the words that the heart feels?
I think lonely.
Lonely. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I feel like I want to be doing more to like get more people in my life.
Yeah, but then you'd be lonelier
Yeah.
because we're not addressing that she's lonely. Do you think the solution to loneliness is get more people in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah. On a God level, do you think that's the solution?
No,
Have you ever been around people and felt lonely?
all the time.
Yeah, so how come we don't remember that and go, wait, that's not the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Right? How come we don't go, wait, why am I just saying that the answer to loneliness is get a bunch of people over here when I have a ton of evidence that I've had people around me and still felt lonely?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think? I already feel like I know, but what do you think the factor of loneliness is? Molly says, I'm finding it hard to balance surrender plus taking action. Is there such a thing? I feel passionless, bored, stuck, and uncomfortable. I'm in a time in my life where I'm not working or in school. I'm new to an area. I have no idea what to do, no idea what I want to do. I feel like I have a judgment that I should be doing more, but I also genuinely want to do more, yet no idea where to start. First of all, Molly, take it easy on yourself. Like, there's a lot here. And there's a lot of factors that, even though are amazing points, are irrelevant, right? So let's just play with that for a second. I'm finding it hard to balance surrender and taking action. So, first of all, make that okay. Cool. I can't balance surrender and action. I just want to offer, like, everything that you think is wrong, make it okay for a second. I'm finding it hard to balance surrender and action, and I love that. I'm finding it hard to figure out how to make money and be in the heart. That's fine, right? Is there such a thing? I feel passionless, bored, stuck, and uncomfortable. Can you be okay with that? Who says you have to have a passion right now? Can your passion be life? Can your passion be the now? And if it can't be, that's why you're bored. And stuck is a judgment of where you are, saying, I need to escape the now, right? And you're uncomfortable because you're judging the passionlessness. Why does passion have to be in a thing? Can you find passion in the now? Right? Can you find passion in the now? And is Molly, are you there? Just checking if you're there because I'm feeling yes, okay. So let's do it. Let's bring Molly up. Molly, you want to come on the call with us? This is going to be good for all of us. Who else is feeling passionless, stuck, bored, everything? We're gonna bring some compassion and excitement to the amazing Molly, who is now joining us. Hello, Molly.
Hello.
Hi. Take a deep breath in. And the only question I have first is what are you feeling in this second?
Um, my heart is racing and I feel nervous.
Perfect. So the first thing I want to tell the heart is it's so allowed to feel nervous here. We love it. Feel more nervous. And notice it goes down,
Yeah.
right? Why is that? Because resistance to nervous is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It is allowed here. We want it. We love nervousness. Please be nervous. Now, what do you feel?
Less nervous.
Less nervous. Isn't that ironic? The ego's job is literally the opposite. It's just literally like the opposite of what is. I want more.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm finding it hard to balance surrender and action, taking action. Is that okay?
I can say it's okay, but I've just been having such a hard time believing it.
Yeah. So, what if the issue isn't that, but something under it? What if there's something under that, that there's a Molly from before this who has a fear that something will happen to her if she doesn't do it right.
Yeah.
Okay, take a deep breath in. What are you feeling right now? We're now under that thing. I feel a little lower in the chest. What are you feeling right now?
Like sad.
Yay, that's perfect. Because the fight between surrender and taking action was your way of egoically blocking you from releasing something that's under it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you feel sad. Where do you feel sad? Where in your body?
My heart, for sure.
Perfect. Take a deep breath in and release it. And if I were to ask the heart what she feels, what's the heart saying? I feel unloved. I feel not enough. I feel unworthy. What would be the words that the heart feels?
I think lonely.
Lonely. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I feel like I want to be doing more to like get more people in my life.
Yeah, but then you'd be lonelier
Yeah.
because we're not addressing that she's lonely. Do you think the solution to loneliness is get more people in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah. On a God level, do you think that's the solution?
No,
Have you ever been around people and felt lonely?
all the time.
Yeah. So how come we don't remember that and go, wait, that's not the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Right? How come we go, wait, why am I just saying that the answer to loneliness is get a bunch of people over here when I have a ton of evidence that I've had people around me and still felt lonely?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? I already feel like I know, but what do you think the factor of loneliness is?
I'm not sure. What do you
Okay.
mean?
Well, you found a place that's lonely in your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that place you usually don't find because you're looking for other people and you're looking for balance and surrender and action and all those things, right? Well, so isn't there a little girl in your heart that's being ignored all day?
Yeah.
That's by herself in a dungeon, as instead of us being there with her, we're looking at taking action, we're looking at surrender, we're looking at what's the best way to what? The best way to what? To get someone's love, to get someone to see you, to fill the void that's in here that'll never be filled by a person outside of you anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So we already have measured that bringing people in is not the answer to loneliness. It might be a distraction for a minute, but what usually happens is you feel lonelier,
So
right?
true. Yeah.
Right? So other people are great, but they're not the first answer. The first answer is we look at who feels lonely because we already established it's not you, it's an energy inside of your heart,
Yeah.
right? So take a deep breath in and just kind of breathe into that energy in your heart. And let her know she's seen. And watch as your ego kicks in and goes, we need to find other people though, and we got to balance surrender and action. And this isn't the answer, but there's a deeper, quieter voice that knows actually this is the answer.
Yeah.
All right. What is she? So here's something you can tell her that you've never told her. In fact, your actions have told her the opposite. I want you to take a deep breath and tell her, you are allowed to feel lonely in my body.
Mm.
Can you say it out loud too?
You are allowed to feel lonely in my body.
Hmm. Can you receive that?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. What does she feel like right now? The wound in the chest that you had. What does she feel right now?
It feels calmer actually.
She needs to know she's allowed because there's been so much resistance. She says I'm lonely. And let me ask you this. If you said to a parent, I feel lonely, would you want them to go, well, let's get you a bunch of friends?
No.
What would you want them to do?
Pay attention to me.
Or would you What if you said you're lonely and they said we need to balance surrender and taking action,
Yeah.
right?
And that's what my dad did.
Yep, that's dad's voice.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing about the voice and the choice?
Yeah.
That's dad's voice, and your actions in the past have supported dad's voice. Your solution has been the pattern that you've created that supported dad's voice at the beginning. When you're feeling lonely, take a bunch of action. That might have worked for your dad back in the 80s or something, but like now, right, we're bringing something different because here's your problem and exciting thing. You're more aware than that. Your awareness is bigger and you've actually outgrown that voice. And the reason you're feeling so much pain is you're trying to move from a voice you've outgrown. Like think of that voice as third grade and you're a fifth grader trying to use third grade shit, right? You're a fifth grader. We got to honor you're a fifth grader. A fifth grader would look right in this analogy, would look right in to their chest at the voice.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot function through the old voice anymore. It no longer will work.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So every time now you try to figure out balancing surrender and action and all these other questions, you're just avoiding this lonely thing, which makes her feel more lonely. So it's actually your way of, ironically, the solution that you had for loneliness is actually the cause. Right? And that's the case in everything. The solution we come up with egoically is actually the cause of our pain. Right?
Say that one more time.
Yes, our egoic solution that we're coming up with is actually the cause of the problem. For instance, I feel really lonely. The solution is get as many people here as possible, which is me avoiding the lonely part of me.
Yeah.
So she feels lonelier.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel so bored and I just want to do a bunch of things, but I'm not actually.
Yes. And don't you think 2020 and 2021 are about us becoming okay with ourselves and not identifying ourselves as just doers?
Yeah.
Right? Are you worthy? Why do you need to do something? If you don't, what type of love are you not receiving, or what type of worthiness do you not deserve? What comes up when I ask that?
I just feel like I'm not doing anything. I've been living off of inheritance money and I just feel so much guilt around not working for this money.
So you're telling me God gave you inheritance money from who? A parent or a grandparent?
My mom.
Well, first of all, let's feel through that. How long ago did your mom pass?
5 years ago.
Tell me what you're feeling right now about that.
I just like have been carrying this guilt. Like I need to be doing more with my life to honor her life. I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm doing enough.
Wow. Do you think your mom would want that?
No.
Well, why are we dishonoring her? When I die, if Vivi feels guilty because she inherits my money, then I didn't do my job right, because I want my little girl happy.
Yeah.
You hear that?
And then I feel guilty for not being happy.
Well, it also might just be an awareness thing, right? You might not be aware of the fact that you deserve the money that you received from your mom. You earned it in a different way. You earned it because you exist. You earned it in law of attraction. You earned it because your mom put you in the will as deserving to have it. And to not receive it is telling mom she's wrong. And you're taking her ability to give to you away from her. You know, yesterday my 3-year-old little girl was on the couch and she was watching this little jellyfish music video, and her mom was here, and just there was a hurry energy going, and I said we have to go, and she wanted to finish her thing, and I still picked her up and I took her to the car, and she was crying. And then for about, I don't know, 24 to 48 hours, I felt so bad that she was sad because of that.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And I've been feeling this thing about how much parents want their kids to be happy. Even if times they don't say it or they're mean, that's their shit of themselves. Your mom deep down is dying for you to receive your growth, your change. You're only bored because you think you should be living in the old way. But your mom offered you something and chose for you to have that. And it is not dishonoring her by living the highest you can, which is higher than the action taking way, receiving the money that was handed to you. Can you believe you were the first question? I didn't even know you inherited money, and I talked about this
Yeah.
of the call. Like, you're literally the exact example of tonight's call. Receiving that you earned money, even if it wasn't through specific work that you can measure hourly. You also earned the money by being her daughter. You earned the money by existing. You earned it. And you are dishonoring her by resisting it.
Mm.
And she gave to you because she loves you.
Yeah.
And why are we cutting off, check this out, why are we cutting off givers from our life?
Mm.
In other words, your mom is giving to you and you're saying, I can't receive this. How many people in the world are trying to give to you or would love to give to you, but know that it'll be blocked because you don't receive it? You think you have to earn it in some egoic way. So givers get no flow with you. So you're going to lose givers and only attract takers.
Yeah. I feel that.
Right? So this is why you receiving is actually really important. And it's what God wants because it's what you were handed. What do you feel right now?
Um, I hear you and I'm resonating. I'm believing it.
Yes, are you? Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Now, is the only solution to boredom having a bunch of distracting action with an arbitrary goal that earns money in a way that you feel you're allowed to keep? Or is the solution to boredom loving yourself in the moment, accepting it, and doing what calls to you in your heart because it sounds fun or exciting?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, do you think getting a day job somewhere is the only solution to boredom? Or do you think you might be bored at that too because your consciousness is too high for you to only just do it based on egoic action? Still, there's a lot of abundance that'll want to follow you if you follow literally that your mom and God set you up at this time, right in the COVID time, right?
Yeah.
You were handed this abundance. And I say this to everyone: find the abundance you're being handed. You're being handed this call, you're being handed this example with Molly. Find the abundance you're overlooking that's here right now, the ability to breathe in and out, the moment, the now. The internet, with every coach in the world available on the internet, with every speaker, with every different thing. Like, it's not only this old pattern of you need to take all these actions. Molly, what are you feeling right now in your heart?
Um, excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the shift for sure.
And the voice is a little quieter already, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel passionless, bored, stuck, and uncomfortable. Those are just little voices deep inside that you're going to bring love to that will not feel that very soon. And the solution you are trying to find no longer works. If only I could balance surrender and action is not the only answer. There's a deeper thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a time in my life where I'm not working or in school. Isn't it interesting in your question, you didn't even mention the inheritance?
Yeah.
It's almost like that's not a thing. In other words, to support this, you actually only was able to show me the negative things, but you didn't even bring to light. Like, imagine your mom hearing this question.
Yeah.
Doesn't it not see her?
Yeah.
And I don't mean it for guilt. I mean it for awareness and revelation, right? Like, this question is ignoring that mom handed you money,
Yeah.
right? So what if this question was, what if we just took the question and changed it to, I'm feeling an inner loneliness that I think is out of an illusion that I have to strive in order to not be lonely. I feel passionless, stuck, and bored as a total byproduct of me not being with my loneliness. I'm in a time in my life where I don't have to work or go to school. Do you hear how I said not working?
Yeah.
I don't have to work or go to school in the old traditional way that people do. I'm new to an area. So all kinds of new possibilities are available for me that I can't see. And I have no idea what to do, which means I'm totally free, nor do I have any idea what I want to do, which means amazing things are trying to come to me. I feel like I have a judgment that I should be doing more, which obviously is an illusion just out of a pattern. I also have inherited a big sum of money from my mom, and I can start in any way I want. And to honor my mom, I'm going to grow and evolve and bring the highest version of myself to the world. I also genuinely want to be doing more, but I'm under the illusion that doing is only out of egoic action and that who I am is what I do. And really, this is an opportunity for me to realize that I'm not what I do. I am what I am.
Ooh, yeah, that feels really good.
Thank God this was recorded because that was very specific and I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's also true,
Hmm.
right? Now, would you would you rephrase to me your seeming dilemma, but out of this way? Do you see how do you see how it's all perspective,
Yeah.
right? It's all perspective.
Yeah.
And by the way, everything is. If you there's people watching you and going, you inherited money. Also, if you didn't inherit money and have a job, realize you can live in a world where you have a job and there's people that inherited money that are jealous of you. And then you have you are jealous of the people that inherited money. I
Yeah.
remember a friend of mine on her 40th birthday, she was at a Buffalo Wild Wings and she sent me a message and she said, I feel so bad. I feel like I didn't do anything with my life. I feel like I should be married and have kids. And I said, you know how many married people with kids are going, I should be at Buffalo Wild Wings and single? Like, we're all wishing we were somewhere else and there's no actual better place,
Yeah.
right? It's just wish that you were here. Your circumstance is perfect. How are you feeling right now, Molly?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited.
Yeah.
Um, but just still like a little nervous. I feel like the ups and downs. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But then tomorrow waking up and like not doing anything, it's just like, ugh,
Is
that scares me.
Let me ask you something. Is it possible to not do anything? I don't even know what that means. How do you measure that you're doing something? Is it that you see that it pays hourly? I don't even know what doing means.
I don't know either. It's like I just feel so bored.
Did you do anything on this call?
Yeah,
Okay. Would you have filed it as doing something
I think
before?
so.
Okay. Tell me how you measure not doing anything.
Well, what I've been doing lately is sitting around my apartment and just, I feel like I'm consuming and that I'm addicted to watching what other people are doing.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm living, if
Do you
that
think
makes
that
sense.
that process, check this out. Do you think that that process of what you're doing will eventually run its course and you'll do something else?
Yes.
Okay. So then isn't it needed?
Yeah.
Like, didn't you need to not do anything so eventually you could get bored of it and ask the question here?
Yeah.
Wasn't the boredom the slingshot for you to be on this call?
Very much so.
So you actually need darkness and you need your boredom and you need to be off, right?
Yeah.
If you had a decent enough job and just thought you were running the motions, you wouldn't have been here and actually accessed something higher. You would have been complacent enough and felt you were running your dad's pattern enough. So you don't need to actually change. So we really need those moments of being under the illusion you're not doing anything, don't we?
Yeah. That gives me goosebumps.
I mean, you wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
People, this is so big for us to get because we want to coach everyone in the world that's not asking for it. But don't people need to hit their own low to change?
Yeah.
Right? Does anyone change without the low? It's pretty hard. You have to hit that moment of like, screw it. We all have that moment. You wake up way too hungover. Oh, I'm changing this. You wake up way too, you get an F in something, it's in college, or you get fired from a job, or you lose the relationship to teach you. It's perfect,
So true.
right?
Yeah.
So who's the part of you that thinks only measurable in high is better than low? And who's the part of you that thinks that low isn't needed?
I don't know.
We're all just supposed to skip above the low and not look at our darkness and change every person outside of us that's in their low who was just on the verge of having their own self change before we got in there and actually enabled them to not.
Hmm.
Right? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So lows are just as good as highs,
I feel that. Yes.
right? And,
Hmm.
and again, I still don't know how it could ever be that you're not doing anything. Even if you're just sitting and watching TV, aren't you doing something? Aren't you enjoying yourself for a minute? Aren't you distracting yourself from the crap in your body? And doesn't that serve a purpose? And don't you eventually get bored of that? And then even if you sit on the couch with the thing off, always something is happening. You're always doing. God comes in and changes your thoughts, moves things around, creates new higher callings, gives you new answers, gives you insights. There's never, ever not doing happening.
That's so true. I've just been judging what I have been doing. Like, this is bad.
I've just been judging what I have been doing.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
Hmm.
Problem is only your judgment, and it's not even a problem because it got you here so we could find it.
Hmm.
So where are you supposed to be right now?
Right here.
Ooh, are you bored?
No.
I mean, isn't this moment actually way more exciting than only working at Foot Locker? Like, isn't there something here that's, I just picked an arbitrary job. Also, if you work at Foot Locker, congratulations. Great
Yeah.
organization. I like the stripes. My point is, right? Like, is it the only solution to boredom is having a job? I mean, that sounds like distraction.
Yeah.
Do you know how not boring the now actually is? We just judge it so much that we get bored.
Yeah.
And now, weirdly, we didn't come up with any answers to any of your questions, and you still seem like you're getting happy and not bored. I don't
Yeah.
know how to balance surrender and taking action, but I don't need to.
Yeah.
Do you hear the headiness of that question right now?
Yeah. I was like asking for someone to tell me what to do.
Right. Has that been a pattern of yours?
Yeah. My whole life.
Well, welcome to day one of you knowing what to do without anyone's help. And you can
Mm.
ask for help if you need it, but you're going to bring you into it and you decide.
So cool.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You look so lit up. You're so like, there's such a beautiful energy.
No, thank you.
Would you take it easy on yourself for all of us? Please?
Yeah. I feel like heat is releasing.
Yeah.
Woo.
Would you take it easy on yourself for your mom?
Yeah.
She would want that, right? Does your mom want you to be really hard on yourself? Please don't do that to her. Hey guys, if you're having a hard time, stop being hard on yourself. Do it for your parents.
Yeah.
Even if your parents you think were total assholes, deep down they totally want you happy. It's just in their blood. And so you suffering is just shit for them. And they don't know how to change it. And you receiving is a gift for your mom. You receiving your enough now is such a present for her. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Just I'm agreeing with you.
Tell me what your mom would say.
Um, she would just say, what you're doing is perfect. You don't have to be doing anything. I just love you.
Hmm. An awesome mom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think also maybe there was an aspect of how painful it is to lose mom that we're covering up with all this action?
Probably.
Right? Because like right now she's coming up, right? Like I miss my mom too.
Yeah.
I sat with Vivi today and held a picture of her grandma who died 6 weeks before she was born. It kills me.
Mm. I'm
I
sorry.
also know it was supposed to happen that way. I know it was supposed to happen that way because it did,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your mom's name?
Susan.
Susan. Well, we love Susan, and tonight's call's in honor of Susan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Take a deep breath in because that stuff's coming up beautifully, and you're being a present space for that little girl that's feeling lonely, partly because she misses her mama,
Yeah.
or just a space for her to know that she's always held. Loneliness is literally based on a judgment. She's loved 100%,
Mm.
and she's never alone,
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Thank you.
Yeah.